Alright, welcome back to RustCan. Today I'm just going to go over some really cool features that are, a lot of them are really procedural changes that need to take place still. But the best thing about this, I am like super transparent. That's awesome. Too bad, that's what you're getting. So I added in two battlegrounds. So I don't know if you saw the previous video, arenas was being started. That gave me now the opportunity to start working on the battlegrounds a little bit. There's going to be three for season one. First one is going to be Centralia, which I'm sure a lot of you know from The Hills Have Eyes. That is going to be like kind of capture the flag but capture the can style. The next one is going to be Byberry. I'll go really into detail about that because that's the one I'm most excited for. And then the last one, it's currently called Cinder Row, but I'm going to change that to something else that I'm more familiar with. So in Centralia, it's a little bit of history of Centralia is a place in Pennsylvania, as well as Byberry. Place in Pennsylvania. There's underground fires. It's an abandoned town. There's just a lot of like scariness behind it because it's just totally abandoned and there's just like people just like up and left their homes and yeah, it's if you want to read more about it, just go into Google and just search Centralia. You'll find a whole slew of stuff that's there. So let's just hop into it. Centralia again. All this is going to eventually change. You're going to have you're going to start out in your starting zone. I mean, procedurally, like this looks like crap, but yeah. So we'll end up changing a lot of this, like that sign right there. It's horrible. Random stairs places, but the everything's still there. It's basically you're gonna be starting out, and one team's gonna go for their can, other team's gonna go for their can. You're gonna see them go, and then you basically attack the people trying to get your can as you go through, and then there's our team. And first one, let's see, I'm gonna think Vance. All right, Vance is dead. And let's see, I don't know if they're who's gonna capture what. That both cans are still alive. I'm being a horrible teammate. All right, so they got the can, and they're running with can number 2. So that is the gist of this one. I'm not gonna go too crazy with like mechanics on this one. I just want it to be like hop in, have fun, try to capture can. That's it. So next, we are gonna go into, and those sounds, horrible sounds. Again, just placeholders for now. So Byberry, a little rundown of Byberry. I went here a bunch, especially at an age I probably shouldn't have been in there. Byberry is a closed down was a closed down mental institution in Northeast Philadelphia. So what you would do as getting into the Byberry Hospital was a challenge in itself because there was security there, but there was a parking lot at a Wawa, which is a convenience store, if many of you don't know, and you would walk through this field, and if I would walk through and get a bunch of ticks on me as soon as I would walk through, and then there was like openings into the building that you would run into and sneak into. So once you got in the building, it was just immediate. I shouldn't be here. Like, you shouldn't be here. So story has it that I'm just gonna give you my account of what I've heard. I don't know how true all this is, but Byberry Mental Institution shut down. They left a lot of their patients there. They mistreated their patients when they were open, and there's a lot of people inside. There's a lot of people that shouldn't be inside this building that were inside this building, like living there or just being weirdos. So you would walk through, and just that alone gave you like this crazy eerie, like I shouldn't be here, like horrible feeling. And then there was the whole other factor of the buildings is like falling apart. So you would just be in one part of the building, and you would just random stuff would just start falling. Like, it was really crazy. Like, looking back at it now. Let me hop into the game because it's probably I can go on these stories for days, and maybe I will, but not today. I gotta really kind of stick with the game. So again, right now, currently, it's in like capture the can mode. This is going to change. This is going to be like a PvEP, where you and your team, fight against some sort of boss, maybe multiple bosses, and then you get a buff, and that helps you win the game essentially by each boss you beat. And you basically want to be the first to beat your boss before the other team beats their boss. Again, really open, but there's some elements here. You have like your hospital bed. You have just some random chairs. You have curtains, like stuff you would see in a hospital, but just like really eerie feeling. So the placement of all this stuff is just thrown down. Then you also have like openings to the random openings to the ceiling, showing the moonlight come through. Again, just a bunch of different random elements are gonna start popping up in here. This was actually from the other map. Cabinets. This was a big thing, is finding filing cabinets and just like looking through random documents in there. Hey, you asshole! Don't hit me. Gurney beds. And then what I want to add in though is one of the biggest things I remember going in here was the incinerary. There was incineraries in the building, and I'm gonna get murdered. There were incineraries in the building, and I actually laid in one of them, which was kind of freaking nuts to think about it, because all you had to do was shut it, and I would probably been screwed. And then there were these underground tunnels, which were extremely, extremely dangerous, extremely like I do not condone people going into abandoned buildings, but I did because I was a dumbass. And they were like filled with water, like real stagnant water. So if you wanted to continue on down that, I keep talking about it. Like that's how much I enjoyed going to this place, and it's so sad it's gone. So I'm going to try to bring it back to life as best as I can. It's going to take some time, but I hope you can kind of get at least the visual representation of what I'm going to go for with this, and make it into a game and kind of bring back that element of scary joy that was once in my life. That's all I'm going to show for today. More to come. This is not actually in the game yet. This is in the demo environment. So soon. See yas.